Well, hey, Norman from betechnical.ca here. I'm going to demonstrate the braking methods employed by this ATV12 drive. You would be working with those if you use this training program, setting them up and programming them. The default setting is what's called ramp adaptation. So what the drive does is, if you have a very short deceleration ramp and there is a lot of load inertia, or it's an overhauling load, the drive receives too much energy and it will automatically extend the ramp if it's too short. On this drive, I have the ramp set to 0 seconds on deceleration. I think I have a 2-second acceleration ramp and a 0-second deceleration ramp. So I'm going to run it up to 120 hertz and I'm going to tell it to stop, and basically it has to stop instantly, really, when you think about it. 0-second ramp. And we're going to see how the drive does with this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and run it. It's going to run up to 120 hertz. Okay, now again, by default, through the factory settings, it's set to ramp adaptation. So if it can't cope with the energy that it's receiving when trying to stop the motor using that very short ramp, it'll extend it. Okay, so just watch the motor. So if you want to have a look at the motor, and you'll see, I'm going to hit the stop button. It's stopping pretty quickly, but that's not stopping instantly. So again, I'll ramp it up to 120 hertz. We have that flywheel with that inertia, and we want to stop it real quick. Can't do it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to set up dynamic braking. So I'm going to go in to the configuration menu, and I'm going to go to function menu. So it's a drive function, full. I call it the fun menu because it's where you can get to set up some pretty cool stuff. There it is. And I'm looking for ramp, okay? I've just got to scroll through some of these parameters here. Reverse, automatic DC injection, jog, preset speeds, jump frequency. There's a lot of settings in here. Now I'm in ramp, acceleration, deceleration, ramp switching. Now I'm into braking. Okay, so it falls under ramps. It's a little bit of I had to dig through a few menus to get to it. I'm going to go in. Right now it's set to yes. Now what yes means is auto adaptation. So the drive, as I explained earlier, is going to adapt to the load if it's too great. I'm going to change that to no. I'm going to say no. I'm going to tell it not to adapt. You go ahead and stop that motor as quickly as you can. The only thing is, if we tell it that, we have to have a braking resistor and a braking module attached to this drive. So let's just see what happens. I'm going to run it up. Remember how it stopped last time? Now it stops instantly. So that's dynamic braking using the braking resistor, and it takes all of that energy and passes it through the drive, through the braking module to that resistor in the form of heat. So basically, if you kept doing that, if I kept stopping and starting that over and over, all that energy would eventually heat this up. There's a heater, well, there's a resistor, it's a 100 ohm resistor in there. It's protected through that housing, but it will eventually do that. Okay? So if you need to stop a motor quickly on a fast ramp, then you need to set dynamic braking. Okay? There you go.